Excuse me? Okay. What'd you guys think of that one world? I thought it was really nice. The redeems are now on, by the way. And I have it to where it says if you want priority, like if you want your redeem to be done first, you just let me know. You can do 100 bits. You can subscribe, gifted, or resub. A dollar tip. Or if you're first time chatter, you get one freebie. Or follower. Sorry, not first time chatter. My bad. My bad. The lighting in this place is really pretty. If I unfollow and refollow, does that count as the first time following? No. It does not. It does not. That is funny. That would be a funny loophole, but no. Would you lose your VIP status if you did that? Does it work like that? I don't know if it works like that. It probably would. I want to test. No. No, I don't want you to test it. I don't want you to test it. I mean, if you have like points saved up, then yeah, you can do that. That counts as like, I guess, free. You use your points. You're not gonna like, spend money or anything like that. Imagine. I like the lighting of this place a lot. Whenever I was searching for worlds to do for this, I wanted to make sure that it had very nice warm lighting, because I personally like that as well. It is? Okay. I do appreciate feedback. I do appreciate feedback. Since I am new to this, I do want to make sure that I'm doing good. Definitely do give me like constructive criticism. Anything that I could do to improve this, make it better. Definitely do let me know. I'm only doing visual for now. I just have to try not to laugh like too hard if I do laugh. I'll ruin your eardrums. My goofy freaking laugh. That'd be bad. I recommend using more of your palm to the camera than just upper part of your hand, like this. Like this. Yeah, okay. I appreciate the feedback. Oh. I went to the ground for a second. I do like how my eyes look here. That's another thing. I wanted to find a world that looked pretty good for how my eyes look, because some worlds, if they're dark, my eyes don't look like, normal. They kind of have like a weird glow on them, but I kind of like how they look here. It's like a little warm glow. Looks better. Looks a whole lot better for sure. Definitely. Debating on if I should get in bed for this, to be honest. I'm already starting to be extremely relaxing. That's the point. That's the goal. That's the goal. The goal for sure. I definitely will have more to go on for like the avatar in the future. Because I did have other redeems. Oh, that reminds me. That's one thing I forgot to do. Sorry if this is going to be loud for a second, the UI. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn on a redeem. Give me just 1 second. Not a redeem, but like a command. I have a chatbot command so people can see what is available. Okay. Still making sure it's like all still properly set up. Oh, it's messing up there for a second. Oh. I don't know why my tracking's just now being weird. Oh, I'm missing a redeem. Why am I missing a redeem? Can you add that real quick? There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know why I forgot about that. Can't believe I forgot about that one. Wiggles. I forgot to have that one. Okay, so there should be a chat command. If my body will stop breaking. Not mute. What the heck? I can't type. Everything's like breaking for some reason. What do the wiggles do? I can show you. Basically, do a little wiggle. Sorry, I do this anyways. Do a little wiggle. That's basically what that is. Oh, just noticed where I'm at in my room. That's why it's being weird. Here we go. We're not doing that type of wiggles. It's not that type of wiggle. It's different. Different. Can I have like, do you want the focus on or off? The focus is like kind of okay, but it's a little weird sometimes. I can turn it off if it is a lot. I think it's fine either way. I have it off for now. I don't like how like it gets a little weird at times for it. Sometimes it makes my face look a little weird sometimes. Good to view. There's like a little shack out there. We were talking about anime earlier. The main anime I'm watching right now is just Sonic X, though. I was rewatching a romance, Yona of the Dawn. I love Yona of the Dawn. It's very nice. I'm always gonna be a sucker for romance. Speaking of romance, I cannot wait for my Dress Up Darling. Oh yeah, we still need to watch Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul Re. R-E. I say Re for short. Re for short. Oh yeah, with this world, if you are outside, you hear the rain like this, but if you go inside, it's muffled. It's muffled. I have yet to see it. Like, I obviously know what happens in it, but like to some degree, but I have yet to see it. I've never seen it myself. Mainly because, after like, Tokyo Ghoul Route A lot of people were saying that the anime is just not good. That you should just, like, not really pay attention to it. You should mainly just, pay attention to the manga. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that one yet. I heard people say that, like, just Tokyo Ghoul as, like, in general, the anime isn't, like, it. If you want to enjoy Tokyo Ghoul, read the manga. It cuts out a lot of important stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. But they did keep the schmick scene. Of course. Of course they did. Of course they did. Yeah, that's like the one thing I heard a lot. That's the one thing I heard quite a bit. Oh god. For sure. You thought you were gonna break me? No, I held it. I held it. I held it. If I can really put my mind to it, I can try my best to hold in, like, laughing. I've done a try not to laugh challenge before, and I was successful in the end. So it is something I can do for sure. It's just, sometimes it can be tough, especially if it's something that's really funny. Really, really funny for me. That's whenever your, like, throat starts to hurt because you're holding in the laughter. Yeah. That definitely happened at times, though, during the Try Not to Laugh stream, I remember. It was never, it was Markiplier videos. I love Markiplier. Very, very funny. Especially since, they were things I've laughed to many times before, whenever I've, like, watched those certain types of clips. So, it made it even more harder. Way more harder to, like, not laugh to. For sure. I did mention earlier that I am also, like, watching Sailor Moon. You haven't seen his videos recently? It's been a bit since I've watched his videos as well. I like to watch a lot of his older videos sometimes. Like, every now and then I will go back to some other videos of his where it was playlists of, like, him playing the forest. Sorry, I hit my tracker. Of him playing the forest with Bob and Wade, or whenever he would play Raft. I like seeing those very long playlists of them playing together. It's always so funny to watch. So replayable content, in my opinion. Very, very funny. Very, very, very funny. It's also, like, them watching those, it makes me really want to, like, games like that and play with some friends. Oh yeah, his FNAF playlist. Oh yeah, I definitely rewatched that a lot too. I forgot about the Drunk Minecraft series. Yeah, that's his earlier stuff, yeah. Sometimes I also like to watch him play Grounded with Bob and Wade. What's their group called again? Three Peens in the Pod, that's right. I like watching Three Peens in the Pod. Just the three of them just hanging out. It's always so nice. It's always so nice. Very funny indeed. I don't know, someone who I have been, like a big part of my childhood that I've been watching a whole lot more recently because, they're just like nostalgic, so sometimes I like to go back and see some of their things, or new things, depends on what it is that they're playing, is, like Vanos Gaming and like his group of friends, like Nogla, Terrorizer, Wildcat, H.O. Delirious, those people. Huge part of my childhood. I still like to watch some of their older videos whenever they were playing like Call of Duty or their old Gmod stuff, GTA. Yeah, they haven't really aged well. Their jokes, I get, are very dark and very offensive. Very, very offensive. It's something I look back on because I remember whenever I was younger, it was just like jokes could be like very broad and stuff, like, but nowadays it's like no edgy humor. Yeah, their humor's like stayed in like yeah, it was funny whenever we were younger, but sometimes I like to look back on it because it makes me nostalgic. Some scenes don't make me laugh as much as they used to, but there still are some moments, like, just funny moments of, like if they're laughing at something just, like, random or whatever. Glitches in the games. Yeah, glitches in the games are also very, very funny to, like, see whenever they react to it, or if they rage, that type of stuff. Yeah, the prop hunt. Very classic. I still like watching the prop hunt videos too. Yeah. You know one YouTuber I haven't watched in a while that I'd like to get back into watching? Jacksepticeye. I still watch PewDiePie whenever he has like an upload every now and then, because I kind of like seeing his random, like, updates of just his life. Strong Boob, that's some name. I'll come in. Yeah, the Gmod skits. Yeah, definitely classic. Classic indeed. Oh yeah, he was part of Poppy Playtime. Hi, welcome in. Pretty sure part 3. Yeah, he was in he's been voicing a few things a lot recently. In like games, he's really doing a lot. Proud of him. Why is that loud? That needs to be quiet. What the heck? I'm so sorry. That should have been quiet. That should have been quiet. I'll just turn off alerts entirely. That should have been quiet. I had it adjusted beforehand. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you for the follow, though. I had it to where, like, it literally was, like, super quiet. Like, I don't know why it was loud. Alert should be turned off. Yes, silence the notifications. That is true. You do get something free from the menu. Okay, I turned off alerts. No, not a free sound. Free visual ASMR. Even though technically you did get a free sound. A follow. Even though that wasn't supposed to be, that's wasn't supposed to happen. Again, I apologize. I apologize. That should not have been loud. I like have been planning for like this for a while, so for it to like do that, I'm kind of shocked. I need to like adjust it next time before next like VR chat session, because that should not have happened. Would you guys recommend a sound? This is I'm doing visual ASMR, so no audio. I did have audio at first as an idea, but then I decided to stick with visual, so we don't have any audio. My bad. I hit my controllers. Being put on the spot, I freeze up. You take your time. Take your time to come up with what you want to have as a routine. Jerry doesn't do sound. Yes, yes, yes. There's the menu, exclamation mark menu, and then you can see what we have. I forgot. I should have put that in the title. Give me 1 sec. Let me do that real quick. Again, I'm new to this. This is my first time doing it. You want to see Wiggles. Got you. I don't know why, but whenever I first saw that, I want to see Wiggles. It made me think of the Wiggles. Does anyone remember the Wiggles? The Wiggles? The Wiggles. You know, like the group. Like it was like 4 guys, I think? 4 guys. I think it was, yeah, that's like 4 or 5 guys. It was 4 guys entirely. And then, I remember there was like a red one, a blue one, yellow one, and a purple one. Could be wrong. I think that's what that was. This is my second account. My main is go plant a tree. I'll come follow on that later. Thank you. Teletubbies? Oh god, I used to love Teletubbies. A lot of people, oh my god, a lot of people that I know of that like know of Teletubbies, they say that they were like absolutely terrified of it. I loved it as a kid. Nowadays people make scary content of it. Nowadays it's like a creepypasta. But no, whenever I was little, oh that was, no, it was like amazing. I loved it. I watched it all the time. They're canonically 8 feet tall. Now that is scary. That is scary. My 5'4", my 5'4" self. No. To tower over me. At least I could give them neck pain. I'll give them neck pain. Power Rangers. That's another one that's really good. Tinky Winky is canonical. 10 feet. Oh my god. Tinky was the tallest. Dang. Power Rangers is definitely a throwback for sure. Remember Ivan Ooze? I do not know that one. But Power Rangers, I remember whenever I really, really liked Power Rangers. That was the same era where I also really, really loved Ben 10. I still do like Ben 10. Ben 10 is nostalgia. Oh, classic. Love Ben 10. I remember my brother and I, we had an Omnitrix. We had an Omnitrix like toy, and you can actually turn it, and it would light up and show the aliens in there, and it lit up like very nicely too, and had like all the sound effects as well, and you could like still hit it down, and it would like make sounds of like depending on what like alien you were on. Check DMs. You could do that real quick. Ew. Ew. Midnight just sent me a picture of a Tinky Winky. Yeah, that's massive. Massive. Oh my god. I'm probably older than most of y'all. I've never seen Ben 10. Oh. No, Ben 10 was a huge part of my childhood. I had, all of Ben 10 on DVD. I loved it that much. I got on DVD. My brother and I, we would literally just watch it back to back, binge it. I still need to see like Alien Force whenever they're teenagers. What did you grow up watching? Ben 10. If we're gonna talk about like nostalgic shows, oh god, I could talk forever about that. There's Ben 10, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I remember yeah, Ben 10's amazing. Oh, I would love to rewatch Ben 10. Oof. Watch Captain Planet. I've heard of that. I haven't seen it though. Oh, my bad. But still, I could talk forever about like nostalgic shows. Shows I grew up watching for sure. Ren and Stimpy. Oh my god, I do remember Ren and Stimpy. I didn't watch it. It scared me as a kid. I also remember my parents, they thought it was too much for a kid. So they were like, no, cannot watch that. Remember the OG Speed Racer? That one I do not know. I do not know that one. I also really liked Powerpuff Girls. Loved Powerpuff Girls. Still do. I've been rewatching Powerpuff Girls every now and then. Like whenever I just open up Netflix, I see it there, and I'm like, why not? Let's watch an episode or two. Carmen Sandiego. I do not know that. Obviously, I grew up with SpongeBob. SpongeBob was a really, really big one. For sure. I could still, like, SpongeBob today, it's not the same. It's not the same as, like, the classic episodes that, like, I grew up with. I'm not the first one to say that. Everyone says that. SpongeBob whenever I was a kid. Oh, yeah, Rugrats. I did watch Rugrats a little bit. But that was like late 90s. Yeah, I didn't really see that much like 90s shows. Like, I was born in the early 2000s. So, there was barely any like 90s shows that like we would watch. That's how it would be. That's how it was. I remember I would watch like Rugrats movies. That's mainly what I watched. I didn't really watch like the show. But sometimes whenever I'd be on Nickelodeon, there would be like movies that would show up every now and then for Rugrats, and I would watch it just because it'd just be something to watch. So I would have like no idea who the characters were or anything like that, but I would still watch it. The knockoff, like Teen Titans, that Looney Tunes did? No. I did watch Looney Tunes and I did watch Teen Titans, but I did not know Lunatics Unleashed. No, never heard of that. Remember the dinosaur show, Dino Babies? Something like that. Dinosaur Babies. A dinosaur show. The Land Before Time? The Land Before Time? Is that it? Is that what you're referring to? That sounds like, I know I watched a little bit of The Land Before Our Time. Yeah, Land Before Time. I didn't watch it too much, because I remember one of the dinosaurs made me so angry. It was really, really rude. You're going to Google it? Okay, so it's not that, okay? I used to watch The Land Before Time all the time. It was like I don't know dinosaurs that well. It was the green one, I think. I think her name was like Trixie or something. She had like a bit of an attitude. I remember like younger me, I was like, I don't want to watch this. She makes me mad. I need to watch Dinosaur Kings. I don't know Dinosaur Kings. I've never heard of it. Before long, I might need to sit. My knees are still a little sore. I don't know why. I guess I'm just really out of shape. Very, very out of shape. It was just called dinosaurs? Okay. Pokemon, Digimon, but with dinosaurs. I never really cared for Pokemon or Digimon though. I never watched it. Never even played any of them. I'm being honest. I'm trying to think of some others. Adventure Time. Grew up with Adventure Time for sure. I'm currently rewatching Adventure Time because there was a point in time where I didn't see any like new episodes be uploaded like on or like shown on TV on Cartoon Network. It was just like a period of time where it just like stopped. And I think it's because they were focusing on like other shows at the time, like Teen Titans Go or The Amazing World of Gumball. So I just didn't see new Adventure Time episodes for like the longest time. And it made me upset, so I didn't really pay attention to Cartoon Network that much anymore. And then it was also around this time where I wasn't really watching TV that much anymore in my life because I had a laptop or my phone. So I would just watch anime. I would watch anime on websites or on YouTube. Back whenever it was free to watch, like, you know, so much easier to watch anime on YouTube because there's like no worries of copyright or anything like that. Whenever it was starting to be an issue, I remember they would mainly like the playlist for the anime. It would be like, okay, here's episode 1, but the audio's really sped up, or you might see like the playlist would be like episode 1, 3's missing, or 5 is missing. Like, you know, some episodes are missing. One episode might randomly be like in Spanish or something, and then you would just like really have to try and understand what's going on. Yeah, those days. I still remember like whenever it stopped being allowed, so then you really had to go to the websites to go and see anime. Yeah, I would like watch Naruto. Naruto was like the main anime I watched on YouTube a lot. I remember I watched Attack on Titan on YouTube, watched Death Note on YouTube, Tokyo Ghoul, Fully Cooley. You want to hook me up with the website? I don't really go to websites that much anymore. I try not to. If the anime is luckily on a not on a website, sorry, not on a website. If it's on Netflix or if it's on Hulu, then I will look there first, just so I can be a little safer. Yeah. That's why. I try not to go to websites because I used to do strictly websites all the time. And whenever that's happened, I'm gonna go sit down. Whenever that's happened, I end up having like some silly virus type of thing go on, and I don't want that. I don't want to have to worry about that. I had to move my keyboard. Yeah, that's the other issue, is that I don't want to have to worry about ads, because oh my god, ads are like insane on those websites. Like, I remember like whenever Kiss Anime was a thing, like it's not really a thing anymore. Kinda. But there was also like GoGo Anime, AnimeShow.tv, for anime. There's so many. But I remember like all of those were perfect at some point in time. But now, if you go to any of those websites and you click on like anything, like, oh, I want to watch episode 1 of this anime, it will then pop up another tab of just, just ads. It just like constantly did that. Anytime you clicked on something, it would open up another tab, another URL of something else. And then I miss the old days where if you were just on one of those websites, the only thing that you would see is just silly little gooner games. They'll just be like, oh, you would not last if you played this game. Because that stuff was like not that bad. Like you could hide those sometimes back in the day. Back in the day, that's what it used to be. Where you could just hide those. You can vouch for your website. It's connected to Popcorn Palace. That's the other thing. So I could also go to Popcorn Palace. Popcorn Palace is nice for that. One of the few ways to get around ad blockers. Yeah. I guess so. But yeah, if I want to go and like watch anime, I try and see if it's on Netflix or on Hulu. Because sometimes I'm lucky. But there's also times where I have to wait. All those type of sites are only surviving on ads. Yeah. I get the ad revenue, sadly. But, what was it? I remember, Chainsaw Man. Like Chainsaw Man and Spy Family. I still haven't watched them fully. But I would have to watch them late. Because I remember they were like on other places first, like Crunchyroll and stuff. And I didn't want to have to give a subscription to Crunchyroll. Because Crunchyroll, it's way more expensive to have a membership, I feel. That's just, like, I just didn't like it. So, I did Hulu instead. And, my parents have Netflix that they allow me to use, too. So, that's what I do. And, I remember Spy Family and Chainsaw Man, they eventually did get on Hulu, but it took some time. It took a little bit of time before that happened, so you just kind of had to sit there and wait. That's like the one downside of like Hulu or Netflix, is that you have to wait for more anime to be added on. Meanwhile, everyone else has probably already seen like everything, so you have to like be careful if you go on social media, because you have to be careful of spoilers. You don't want to have to worry about the spoilers. Thankfully, there are some anime that I have not been spoiled for, that I still want to watch and stuff, so that's good. But then there's those like random moments where it just happens. And I try my best to forget it. I don't want to have to worry about that. Sorry about that. I accidentally hit my controller. trying to think. Trying to think if there's any other anime that I'm currently watching. I did say Sailor Moon earlier in the beginning of stream. I am rewatching Sailor Moon so I can get back where I left off. I don't know. My mind's blinking. Like, what else I have been watching? Oh yeah, I did say I was rewatching Yona of the Dawn. I'm a sucker for romance anime. Really like romance anime. And Yona of the Dawn is really nice. I like both Yona and Hawk. Both of them are really cool characters. Very, very nice. Especially since, like, I like Yona's character development a lot. From, like, being a princess to, like, a warrior. She's really cool. And the romance is really, really good between them two. I need to read the manga, because the anime isn't continuing, sadly. So if I wanted to see more, I would have to read the manga. Which is okay. Just have to do that. I just remembered something. Speaking of reading, one thing I did find that I really want to read someday, I might read it after I finish Sonic X, like after watching Sonic X. I found the Sonic comics, like the canon comics. I want to read it so bad. I've seen some like panels out of context, like just art. It looks so good, so good. Especially since like there's characters that we haven't seen in games for a while that are in the comics, and they're like, you know, they're shown a lot, and they're like, you know, just amazing. You get to see them just do their thing, and it's nice to see them. It's nice to see them again. Like Silver, for example. I wish we could see Silver more in games, but, you know, it's just not happening. Except for Crossworlds, because Crossworlds is coming out soon, later this year. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so good. Can't wait to play Crossworlds. Sorry, thought I heard something. Oh, you sent me Lunatics Unleashed. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Never seen that before. I thought I heard something in my room. It just concerned me for a second. For some reason I can't grab chat. The heck? There we go. My back was starting to hurt. I have bad posture. Definitely need to get better at that. I've been tempted to buy one of those like posture fix like things, like you wear it and it's supposed to like help keep you up straight so you don't have to worry about it, because I just can't help but slouch. It's a very big issue of mine. I've been trying to think of like what game I should play next for stream, because I'm currently playing Sonic Unleashed. Maybe I could have like you guys vote on what I should play next, because I do have a games list in my Discord where you can see all the games I'd like to play. A horror game, of course. Of course you want a horror game. Of course you want one. I don't know, I kind of want to save horror games for like October. It's summertime. I have a few to choose from. I know for sure I don't want to play like a Persona game. I feel like I kind of want to play a game that's like still kind of like on the shorter side of things, not too long, you know? Because I want to go through like some of the games that are in my list, because I have so many to choose from. I have like a few series. Whenever I saw, what was it called again? Was it the State of Play? What's it called again? Whenever they showcase new games, they show trailers and stuff. State of Play. That. The one that just happened like recently. I remember they were like, they showed Resident Evil 9. That made me so happy. I remember like I screamed. I was like so happy. Because I didn't think we were going to get Resident Evil 9 like anytime soon. Because I remember Capcom was saying that they were talking about Resident Evil 0 remake and Resident Evil 1 remake. But they said that they were still having like Resident Evil 9 in the works. Just didn't know how long it was going to take. So I assumed we weren't going to get it like anytime soon. But seeing that kind of got me hyped. So maybe I'll play a Resident Evil game. I have a few to choose from. Don't know for sure yet. I feel like I should wait until October for that. You know, spooky month. I feel like that'd be more fitting. I do know for sure that I'm not going to play like another Sonic game, because Sonic, with there being so many different games of Sonic, I kind of want to space it out. It's like the same thing with any other type of like series that I play. If there's multiple games, I'm going to space it out. I don't want to stick to one specific series for far too long, because then I don't want to be labeled as like, oh, that's the person that only streams this game. It's like, no, I do more. I have more. Trust me. I do a whole lot more than just that. I know Borderlands 4 is coming out later this year. I never played a Borderlands game before, to be honest. Give me a sec. I might go get me some water. This is live. Yeah, this is live. It's not water. I don't have water. I have tea. This is live. Welcome in, tree. I've been yapping. My throat's like, what you doing? I need to, like, you know, replenish myself. I only ever live stream, never repeat. I don't do reruns. Yeah, I don't do reruns. It's cool. That's cute. I need to try not to make myself laugh. Oh my god. Yes, this is my first ASMR stream. It is something, in case if you haven't heard this, it is something that I have always been interested in, mainly because I've been fascinated by the ASMR category, especially since there's people that I do like content creators that do ASMR, and I have been tempted to do it myself, but just didn't know entirely what I wanted to do, because ASMR is like a big umbrella term. There's a lot of things that follow under ASMR. So, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I ended up thinking maybe I won't do it for stream, at least for a while. But then Midnight actually did a donation asking for an ASMR stream, and even though it was a joke, probably, it made me feel more determined to try research so I can properly do it. Can you sneeze on us? I can't sneeze on command. I can't sneeze on command. Also, I don't think so. I don't think you want germs. I never joke, I don't know what you're talking about. Sure. Sure. That's what happened for sure. But there's other people for sure that I look up to that excuse me, sorry. No. Why would I sneeze? Oh god, I need to not laugh. I need to not laugh. Don't laugh. If I had face tracking, then you would see me having the biggest goofy smile on my face because I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Oh, girl cookies. Ew. Girl cookies. Clean them off of you. Don't need to have girl cooties. Be brave. Girl cooties. I need to stop. I need to stop. That's the other reason why I didn't know if I could do ASMR, because I'm a very giggly person. My humor's broken. I can laugh very easily, and also my laugh's pretty obnoxious. That's not me being rude to myself, it's just a fact. My laugh's pretty obnoxious. So it would not work for a calm environment. But I can try. I can definitely try. I can definitely try for sure. I don't think my laugh is cute. Just do it calmly. Oh no. No. You probably would not like it. Probably would not. I have, there's been times where I have laughed really, hard on stream. I have people think that, I can't breathe. Or whenever I do, laugh as well, I have people that think that, I'm crying or I'm drunk. Or I've had people call me, many things, saying what I sound like. Yeah, Repo and VR chat specifically is whenever I've, really, really laughed, really hard. I've been called a hyena. I've been called a dolphin. I've been called Voldemort. I've been called Windex. Squeaky door. I've been called a chair scooting in a hallway. Do I have items to smack you with? Close enough. It's the only thing I do have. Is my hand. punching ASMR. Here it comes. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? There's actually some ASMR streams I have seen whenever because I researched whenever I wanted to know like what I wanted to do, so I watched a bunch of like ASMR streams. I actually saw some people redeeming that you could punch, like punch chat. Backpush like a cat, just like it's like the tappies, like pop cat, not the pop cat, the cat that like was it bongo cat? That's what it is, bongo cat. That's not Starbursters. It really is like bongo cat. I like the one that goes and like smashes down that bongo cat. That's funny. I like the bongo cat. But yeah, whenever I was researching for like what to do for ASMR, I found out that I really wanted to do visual mainly because I felt like that'd be like the main like comfortable one for me, because I knew that if I were to do ASMR, I wanted to make sure I was comfortable the whole entire time while doing it. So I knew roleplay was off the table. Not doing roleplay. Not doing roleplay at all. There's people that can do roleplay and like they're okay with it. Not me. Not me. Not me. I wouldn't want to have to like stream and like pretend I'm dating someone or something like that. Like I don't like that. Like scenarios where it's like I'm kissing someone or something. It's like I don't know. I couldn't do that. And I know that some people do like that. That's totally something that's perfectly fine. But me, I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. Can you request things to say? Something for me to say, I guess? Sure. I will talk. That's like the only thing I guess that's not just like visual. It's the only audio thing is that there'll be environmental sounds. Like in this case it's rain. And I'll be a yapper. It's me, Mario. Boyfriend texts while driving and dies in a car accident ASMR. That actually exists, which is very funny to me. That does exist. Back of my head itches. That's why I mentioned it. Yeah, I find it so funny that that exists. I think it was just a meme though. Whenever that was made, it was a meme to like make fun of ASMR. You know. Trying to sit down again. My chair is very squeaky. Sorry about that. It's very old. I'm gonna DM you something, but you can't say it on stream. Give me a sec, I can look. Hi, remote. I'll do the hug in a second. What is it that she wanted to send? Midnight? I don't see anything right now. Hi, remote. Hope you're doing well. It's gonna take a bit for me to find it. Okay. Let me know whenever you send it, because I don't get Discord notifications. How you doing, remote? One person, that was a really big inspiration for like doing ASMR was Serene. You guys are welcome, chat. Free hugs. My phone about to die. Oh no. Sage. While you're here, can we get a shout out for Serene? Serene is one of the main people that was like a big inspo for like doing like visual ASMR. Hold off! Welcome in! I'm feeling chill. Nice. Yeah, Serene, I liked how she did her streams a lot. But there was others as well that like really were nice. How you doing, Horov? Let me see this real quick. Yeah, that's a no-no. I can't say that on stream. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna try not to laugh. That's real. Oh my god. Midnight sent me like an ASMR meme. It was like a real video. Not good for stream. Oh my god. I need to scoot. Again, the chair is a little old, so it might make noise. Sorry. Look at that. It got banned. I think rightfully so. It should be banned. It should be banned. Oh my god. Hi. Welcome in. A reminder that we do have a menu. You can see like what all's available, or you can just check the redeems down below. The channel isn't? Oh. They still upload stuff? That is interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I knew for sure that I wanted to like just either do visual or the like the props that people have that do audio with that. But I didn't know for sure for like the longest time, because that stuff is expensive. That stuff is really expensive. But VR chat has its ways. There's places in VR chat where you can actually like you can do those, and you can have like vernacular audio, so it works like it. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and do like drawing ASMR. I could draw on the camera in VR. That is true. That is true. I could have done something like that. For drawing ASMR, I did try and get it to work actually, because that was my first idea, was doing drawing ASMR. Is that I would do like a regular art stream, but every time the pen would hit the tablet, you would like hear like the sound of like if it was like a pencil on paper, basically. And if possible, I wanted to see if you could like change the audio so it sounded like a brush on paper, charcoal on paper, you know, different materials. Can't do that with Clip Studio Paint. Now on other types of programs like Procreate, for example, you can do that. But I didn't want to get a whole other program, especially since Clip Studio Paint's expensive. That was a big chunk of money, and I didn't want to have to waste it. So, give you guys mustaches. Technically could. I technically could. There you go. There you go. His mustache. Put that right there for now. Pog. Yeah, depends mainly there for like writing people's names. That's what that redeems for. I write your username. And you might be in the background, like you'll stay in the background. That's what that's for. Imagine if I kept that mustache on the whole stream. This makes it feel like it's actually raining. Yeah, I do like the audio in this world a lot. The rain's really relaxing. For sure. For sure, for sure. I also demonstrated this as well, that if you're outside, you can hear the rain quite nicely, but if you go inside, it ends up being muffled. So we're gonna stay outside. Again, squeaky chair. I do like world effects like that for audio. There was another world that I really liked that we could do next time. You can't hear the rain at all when you go inside. I think like if I go inside to the other window, because there's like a window over on the other side of the room, that you can hear the rain hit on the window, maybe? I do know there's like another world that we can go to next time that does do that. Like, if you're inside the house, well, it's a loft actually. If you're inside the loft, the rain's like muffled. But if you go outside on the balcony, it's just nice and clear. But there's also a window. You can go up to the window and you'll hear the rain hit the window. There's also like a wooden wind chime. It's pretty nice. I thought I heard a fly for a second. That confused me. Why is it so there? Why is the audio there? That's supposed to be off. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. That's supposed to be off. Thank you, Crow. Why is that on? That's supposed to be off. I turned off alerts. Let me turn them off again. Maybe flipping the switch on and off will do it. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I turned them off within OBS, but I guess that doesn't count. My bad. I don't know why it did that. My bad. But thank you, Crow. Thank you, Crow, for the follow. I hope that wasn't too loud. I apologize. That should not have happened. Yeah, before I forget, let me get this and put it back right there. You can get the menu, see what's available. I don't know if I have that emote. I'm visualizing it though. That is very funny though. I'm sorry. Even though it's funny. It's not working. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it on. Ah, my back. My back hurt. Squeaky chair. Squeaky. Oh, it didn't squeak. Look at that, it didn't squeak. I swear, sometimes this window in game doesn't want to work. There we go. I was trying to stand back up and I had to grab like you guys and put you off to the side so I can read. It didn't let me grab it. It was doing it earlier. Silly. Hopefully the alerts are still off. I don't know why. I thought I had it off earlier and then it didn't work. I like fully turned it off within like Twitch. So I'll still see alerts in chat, hopefully. But the audio, hopefully it's off. I really, really hope it is off. Because I adjusted it. But yeah, didn't work. Oh. I know what's going on now. I know what's going on. I just now remembered. I know what's going on. I am dumb. I am dumb. I knew I adjusted the audio. Again, this is my first time doing this, so I do apologize. Okay. They should be working now. They should be at the proper level I put them at. If it's not, I apologize again, and I will just turn it off entirely. Because it's supposed to be really quiet. I turned it down very, very low, but didn't want to work. There we go. See, that, it's working now. Thank you, Panther. Thank you for the follow. A reminder that if you are a follower, first-time follower, you get a free redeem that's in the menu that's available. Take your time to see which one you want. Yeah, you can see menu. There you go, there you go. You like the wiggle one? Yeah. I didn't see really anyone do wiggles. Normally whenever you think of like wiggling in VR chat, it's when people put the camera up close to their body and then they move. But no. That type of like wiggle dance, I already do it a lot, just randomly in VR chat. Write your name, got you. Let's see, can I write this backwards? I'm gonna test and see if I can. Let's see. Or, actually no. Whoa, my tracking. Rare moment, tracking being weird. That's not a rare moment. Let me have it to where your name will be in the background. Probably best if I did it this way. Had your name written in the background. I'll have you right here. Mm-hmm. Can't really see me. My god, my tracking's really being weird. Here we go. I don't know why it was, my freaking tracking is being weird. Apologies. I should not be doing that. Oh, because of where I'm standing in my room. That's why. That is why. My play space isn't like as big, so does it track you in your green suits? No. Whenever you're in VR, you have the headset, the controllers, and then there's trackers that you wear on your body. That's how I ride my tube. Yay, someone gets it. I write my tubes like that. I used to do it like that for a while, but now I do it like that. How it is over there. There are mocap suits that you can like wear and have hook up to VR chat, so it like it's more fluid with like the movements, but no. You wear individual trackers. So I have one on my chest, one on my hip, and one on each of my feet. You put a line through your sevens, like this. I just do that, just like a regular 7. Yeah, there are like you can get mocap-y gloves, so you can have mocap on your like hands and have it be like way more fluid. But I'm just using the index controller because it has a little bit of like finger tracking. Not the best, but it's alright. It is a little hard for me as well because I have tiny hands. So whenever I grip on the controller, sometimes it doesn't read like where my fingers are that well. It looks like a 1 if you don't. It depends on if you have like the top part like long enough or not. Because I have seen people that do write their 1s like this. But whenever I do a 1, it's just a line. That's how I do it. So if I were to like write 17, it would be like this. That's just a lowercase l. It is, yeah. If I'm writing notes, for example, because sometimes whenever I'm at work, I work on spreadsheets and stuff. So sometimes if I have to write something down and it's a 1 or an L, like a lowercase l, then I will like emphasize that it's a 1 and have like the little line at the top and then at the bottom too. Like how I did earlier. I'll do this for a 1 and then this will be L. That's how I do my notes. Yeah. Or if it's like a 0 or an O, to differentiate a 0 and an O I still keep normal, but a 0 will have a slash through it. That's how I do that. It's just easier that way, for me at least. Because I write down so many notes, and it has to do with a lot of like having letters and numbers written down a lot. So in order for me to like differentiate the two, to make things easier or quicker for work, I have to have those little differences for things that look similar. It's just easier that way. It helps. Let's see. I was looking to see how my batteries were doing, because normally around this time they would start to be a little, like at the halfway point, which they are. They're at the halfway point. Oh. My chest tracker disconnected. Didn't even realize that. I didn't even notice that. Well, there you go. It's probably when I went to go to the bathroom before I started. Whenever you're away from your base stations long enough, the trackers will go off. They'll just think you're inactive, so they'll just turn off. So that's fair. I still get like these ears. Look how fluffy these ears are. Sometimes I catch myself staring at them. They're still just so fluffy. Wobbly. I think they were a really good choice to have. It was either these ones or like edited Manuka ones. And the Manuka ones were okay. But I wanted some floof. They definitely do have the floof. I like the floofy ears a lot. I definitely have been tempted to see if I could get like more outfits or something for this model. Because I so far only have 3. And I like them a lot. But I can't help but like I keep looking at the other outfits that I could be having and stuff. I keep looking at like the updated assets. It's just gonna keep making me want to get more. It's not helping anyone. Just gonna keep looking and I'm gonna be like, oh, well there's another one. And you sit down again. Squeaky chair. I think if I've been meaning to like get back into exercise. I have been eating healthier, but I feel like if I exercise and work on my body a little bit more, I won't have to worry about like my body aching from standing too long. And I also need to fix my posture on top of that, so that I don't slouch too much. I try and catch myself and sit up straight sometimes, but it just happens. Habits just kick in. It just happens. Especially whenever I do sit up straight, eventually my upper back will start to hurt. And it's kind of my own fault, because for the majority of the years, I just slouch, so my body's used to that. It's not a good thing to have to get used to, though. It's really not good at all. Huynhuynh! Welcome in, Huynhuynh. Can we get a shout out for Huynhuynh? Did not mean to do that. Jester being silly. My bad. How's the ASMR? Doing good. Hope you're doing well. Silly Jester. That Jester. Did not mean to do that. Again, having tiny hands. It might randomly think that I'm trying to do that whenever I'm not. That's the one issue I have, which is why I kind of want to have new gestures. My bad. I did look at expression packs. I saw some expression packs, and I do not want to have this. I don't want that. So, we'll let the accidental one slip for now. They won't be around for long. Not for long. See? See how it just did that there? I did this and then just randomly went out. Because I thought my pinky went up after I was poking. Tiny hands. Tiny hands. Doesn't register on the controller correctly. But how you doing, Huynhuynh? I only got to see you a little bit today. I apologize that you got to the world late. It was a really cool world. Lots of really cool sights to see. Very trippy at times. I feel like we could have seen more though. There was a lot of different paths that led to different areas for you to see things. I kind of wonder if there was an overall message to the world though. Because some things were connected at times. So it makes me wonder if it was meant to be like that. Having some of them connected to make an overall story. Yeah. Worlds like that where it's very visual, very artsy, I guess. It's a little on the trippy side and stuff. Can't help but think if there's an overall story. What was the meaning behind it whenever the creator made it. But it could just easily be one of those worlds where it's just I felt like it. So that's why it looks like that. That's why you went through that experience. Not a story. Could easily be that. I'm gonna turn off something real quick. I do have these weird textures. See, that's another thing that's kind of funny. If I put on the some of the expressions, the crying works, the face sweat works, the heart eye gets rid of the texture entirely. It's a little creepy. Same thing with this one. It's very silly looking. That one's normal. Yeah, I need to have other expression packs. For sure. For sure. Headpats. I got you. To move chat. The camera was stuck to my hands. The camera was stuck to my hands. I swear that's been happening a lot recently. Where the camera will just get stuck to my hand and then it's just hello? Let go of my hand. Bitches won't do it. Very, very silly. It gets annoying at times, especially if I'm if I want to show something, and it's like, no, can't do that. I'll be stuck to your hand for a bit, or it'll probably like be stuck for a bit, and then you'll move your hand somewhere, because you'll place it, and then it will do like a little glitch, like back and forth thing. The camera will do it. Yeah. Don't know why. It just gets stuck for some reason. Even if I don't have the grip on, like I'll take my fingers fully off of the controller, and they'll still be stuck. Don't know why. Silly VR things. VR easily has like a lot of technical difficulties. If you know how the issues of Steam VR is, just running that up can be tough sometimes. Steam VR can be really annoying sometimes. It can be the tiniest things that'll just set it off. Or it'll just mess up on its own, and then we'll probably fix like a few minutes later. It's very weird. Very, very, very weird. Thought I saw something. Sorry. How's everyone's night, by the way? Does anyone have anything planned for Father's Day? I said earlier today, like whenever I started to stream earlier, I said that my mom made a big meal. We had shrimp, grilled shrimp, and some asparagus, Hawaiian rolls, loaded mashed potatoes, some other stuff too, but I didn't really see everything. Also some fruit, like some grapes and cantaloupe. Really good. She also made some homemade chocolate ice cream. Really good. I already gave my gift to my dad since I'm not seeing him tomorrow. Oh. I still need to get a gift for my dad. I also said this at the beginning of stream. I don't know what to get him. I asked him. He said he wants a month off of work. I can't provide that, sadly. But you know what? That's the realest thing ever. That's the realest thing. A month off of work, please. But yeah, that ain't gonna work. Gonna have lunch at Olive Garden. My brother did buy us dinner yesterday. My dad wanted to go to a restaurant, and my brother ordered, like, paid for us. So, yeah. 100% something a dad would say. Yeah. So yeah, I still need to think of what to get him. Sorry, I need to adjust myself in my seat. Yeah. Let me change how I'm sitting. Let me make sure my base station can still see my hip. He doesn't ever want anything, so I'm like, okay. That's kind of how my parents are sometimes too. They're like, well, I don't really know what to do, or I don't really know what I want. And then it just ends up being like, nothing. I asked him though, because I remember for Mother's Day, my mom was like looking at Amazon, and there was something that she wanted. And she just like said, hey, can you just like get this for me? That'll count as your Mother's Day gift. And I was like, okay. So I was kind of hoping that my dad had something in mind as well, but no, because I don't know what to get him. I have no idea what to get him. I need to, maybe I should, like, I said this at the beginning of stream as well. I'm thinking about like going on to Amazon, seeing if Amazon has like any recommended things, because sometimes they have some good recommendations. Honestly, it's key types. Is it potato? Potato? Is it okay if I call you Teto? Or Potato? I can't help but read as potato. Mm. You don't mind? Okay. I'm gonna stand up. Might be a squeaky chair moment. No, no squeak. Potato. You stream a person? Yes. I can't grab chat. Every time I go to sit down, I can't grab chat afterwards for a bit. Oh my god. VR chat difficulties. Just VR in general difficulties. Not being able to grab just certain things. Like I can't grab it at all. How expensive is VR? Depending on how you want your setup to be. There's many different ways that you can have your setup be done. Quite cheap. It's not cheap at all. Yeah, I can't grab OBS. I'm trying to grab it and it's like, no. Hang on. There we go. Managed to grab it eventually. It can be lots of money, yeah. You could just get like the headset by itself if you want to go for the Quest route, because that can happen too. Because you could just have Quest only, but you'll be limited to what you can do in VR. VR chat specifically. There are some games that are specifically for Quest only, so there's those like type of things that you can get. Yeah, they can be those amounts. Really expensive. I have the Valve Index. The Index is roughly $1,000 if you want the whole thing. Yeah. But you can always just stick to just the headset and controllers. But there's others as well. There's a lot of headsets these days that come with built-in face tracking. Mine doesn't have that. If I wanted face tracking, I would have to get a whole other headset. Or have a headset that has compatible, what's it called that I'm thinking of? Like you can add in equipment to where you can have trackers be put onto your headset. So then you can have those type of features, like face tracking. Yeah, you can have more than just a headset or controllers. Like, for example, being able to move your body. That's tracking. Full body trackers. I won't kick you. I can do a little kick. Just like, kick. Yeah. I have a tracker on my chest, on my hips, and one for each of my feet. Well, that's possible. There's even some that can be a whole lot more, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like if you've ever seen the movie, or if you've read the book, Ready Player One, where they have kind of like mocap suits in a way, the haptic vests and stuff, those exist. Those exist too. A little fun fact. You can even have toe tracking. You can have it to where like you can wiggle each individual toe and they'll track it. Why does toe tracking exist? Because there's people that want it, I guess. There has been times where I've like randomly seen like streams for VR chat and people will have toe tracking. It's a little creepy. It's a lot. I have a haptic vest. We have haptic underwear? I only knew of the haptic vest. I didn't know there was haptic underwear. Isn't that uncomfortable though? Having the trackers on? No. I'm used to them. I don't know about the haptic gear though. I don't have haptic gear. It goes in the underwear? I feel like I shouldn't ask. I feel like I shouldn't ask. I feel like I shouldn't ask. I shouldn't ask. Yeah, shouldn't have like talked about it more. Shouldn't have talked about it more. I shouldn't have talked about it more. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. Oh god. Why does it vibrate? If I had to guess, it probably would be because of ERP. That's one thing that's big in VR chat. ERP is erotic roleplay. Basically, you do the do in VR. Yeah. There's people that do that. I do not do it, but I have caught people doing it before. It's the most awkward thing. It's the most awkward thing to catch someone doing. I'll never forget, like, okay, I'm just speechless. There's been times where, like, I remember whenever I first started playing VR chat, and I had, like, my Quest 2 headset. I feel like I should put on the sexual themes tab if we're gonna keep talking about ERP. I took it off because it's not really doing, this isn't sexual, what we're doing. But now I feel like I might have to, because of the topics. I could do it just in case. Could do it just in case. There we go. Just to be safe, I put that on. In case if we talk about anything else that's mature. I mean, the stream is marked 18+, but still. So I remember one of my first like memories I have, whenever it came to like me playing VR chat for the first time, I didn't really entirely know how to set an instance yet. Hang on, my eye itches. Sorry. I didn't really know how like to set up a private instance for me to just check out worlds on my own. So whenever I did that, I joined a public without me knowing. And it was just a nice little like house. It was a house. I was just trying to find a home world. And so I found this house and I was hearing noises. Didn't know what it was. But I thought I was the only one in the world. Turns out, I ended up going downstairs. There was a basement. And there's people doing ERP in a dog cage. And I don't think they noticed me. I hope they didn't. But I just like freaked out, ran away, and then like left the world. That's what happened. Hang on, my eye itches again. Sorry, I ended up taking off my headset so I could rub my eyes. But yeah, in a dog cage. That too. People do it for like a long distance relationship. If you're dating someone, you can just be, doing that type of stuff as like a date or something. Because I do know people that are dating, like, but they can't see each other in person because it's long distance. So they'll have a date in VR chat, technically. I see people do that quite a lot. Dog cage is crazy for real. They were both furries, if I remember correctly. So, then again, it was just like a moment where I just like saw it and I was like, it's my time to leave. It's my cue to leave. So I left. I was like, this is none of my business. I should not be here. Then again, I am a little slow sometimes to responding to chat. Could be that. Could easily be that. Maybe I just type quick. I can't type fast. I'm a slow typer. Doesn't help that I have nails. Because your answer like as she's saying it for me. I hope there's no delay. Do let me know if there is. Oh, you type really quick. Yeah. Yeah, my legs are still really sore. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, whenever, whenever you sleep in for a very long time, your legs, not just your legs, your body kind of aches for sleeping in too long. That's what my legs feel like right now. Like that constant aching feeling. It also can happen if you don't get enough sleep. Not much of a delay, okay. Here we go. Yeah. Or if you sit down all day, that is true. That is very true. That is very true. I keep like, there's been moments throughout this time that I have like, I'll sit down and I'll sit back up and I'll sit down. Oop, tracker issue. I did that because I was sick. If you do get VR, that's normal. That's normal. If your trackers will be messing up. If your base stations can't see you, you'll go crazy. So yeah, I need to not have that happen. I think yeah, that's normal. I think I need to stand here in my room. Base stations, yeah. Base stations is what transfers the movement of your trackers into your PC so that the game knows what you're doing. The game knows how you're moving. If you're not in view of the base stations, it doesn't know what you're doing, so therefore it freaks out. Speaking of, I need to fix my tracking. I'll do that real quick. I need to recalibrate. There's a lot to it. A lot to it. Oh yeah, in case if you didn't know what you keep hearing every time I fix my my calibration, it's fire breath. That's what happens every time. That's why I hear on my end. So you guys hear it. So much cheaper than a full motion capture suit. True. There's also many different types of trackers. Yeah, I'm a firefox. I have fire abilities. Can't see it, but I do have a tail. And I obviously have these big floppy ears. These big ears. Yeah, it also depends on what trackers you get, because there's different companies that have other types of trackers. I use the Tundra trackers, but there's also Vive, HTC Vibes. There's also well, thank you for the follow. I'm glad you're enjoying your stay. There's also Slime VR. There's so much more that I can't think of right now. There's a lot of VR tech out there. A lot of it. And it still is expanding to this day on what all you can use. Yeah, Slime VR is... It's Bluetooth, isn't it? You don't have to worry about the infrared, like, lasers. It's just Bluetooth, I think. I think it's Bluetooth. Slime VR is another company or type of full body trackers. I've heard those are way more cheaper. There's also people that can build their own trackers. People have built their own trackers. Yeah, probably better watch a YouTube video. There's tons of YouTube videos about different types of equipment to use. Of what to use for, like, you know, all that. Yeah, I think it uses Bluetooth. Play space. The other thing is that I do know that slime VR trackers can do this, but other type of normal trackers that uses the infrared lasers cannot do. If you wanted to, like, have a blanket, for example, like if you were laying down and you had your trackers on and you're cold, so you put on a blanket, you'll still be tracked fully if you use slime VR. But if you use something else, like what I have, for example, tundras that rely on the infrared lasers, it won't work. It won't work at all. You need to have it where the base stations can see. If the base stations can't see it, it won't work. Headpats. I'm being dead. One issue with slime, though, due to how it works, gets tracking drift. I have heard that does get tracking drift. I have heard that. Where the longer you play, the less accurate the tracking becomes. So if you have to recalibrate, yeah, recalibration can be really annoying. Recalibration with, like what I have, it's very simple. You just T-pose. And it's pretty fast. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot when it comes to VR tech. I just learned, like, recently that you can use mocap-like gloves. Mocap gloves are... I didn't know that you could use those. No, we learning. We learning. We learning. For those of you that are new here, by the way, I am new to ASMR. This is my first time doing ASMR. It's my first time. Normally I do gaming content, so if you're mainly here for ASMR, this will be something that'll mainly be on the weekends. Uh-oh, you retook meds. Hope that doesn't do anything bad. Sounds a little scary. Do focus on your health if you need to. Painkillers. Ooh. Oh, never mind. Oh, you're recovering from a motorcycle crash. Sounds scary. I'm hoping for a good recovery. That sounds really, really scary and painful. Yeah, get well soon. Get well soon. I could never imagine myself being put in that scenario. No more wheelies. Yeah. Motorcycles whenever you go like too far back on a wheelie or something. Slip. You're getting sleepy. Thank you, Midnight. No, don't go eat. No, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. It's already 1 a.m. Wow. You're too cool to sleep. You can always sleep with the stream on. There is that. Sleep well, Midnight. Thanks again for stopping by. But yeah, I mainly do gaming content. But I wanted to do ASMR because it was something I was curious about. I've always been fascinated with it. But also, Midnight was the one that requested it. Midnight requested that I do it. So I wanted to try and like research properly. Know how to do it. So I could do it for stream properly. And I thought if I end up liking it, I keep doing it. This has been fun though. It is just nice just to chat in in a relaxing environment. I built a custom motorcycle. It's 6 different year bikes, all smashed into one, then wrapped up like Frankenstein. I've never rid a bike before. They always look so cool though, seeing other people ride a bike. It looks freeing. WASMR, thank you. Thank you. Ooh, I accidentally moved my play space. I made myself fly for a second. That's not good. Oh, it's your profile picture. Can't see your profile picture right now. Now I can. It's green. Yeah, I've seen many people ride bikes, of course. It's normal to see it on the street. It always looks so scary to me, but also really cool. Like if I could, I probably would do it, but I feel like I'd get scared the whole entire time. Some people drive so recklessly. Some people don't mind that there is someone riding a bike sometimes. Looks cool. Yeah. There's that. I do like to roller skate though. Roller skating is fun. I do have some new skates that I still have to fully use. They've just been sitting in my room for a while though. I haven't been able to ride them because I need a helmet. It's a gas mileage for me. Got to Sacramento, San Francisco on $7 of gas. Wow. I didn't know gas was that big of a difference compared to a car for a motorcycle. That's insane. Especially in this day and age. Gas is really expensive. Really, really expensive. Especially if you're going to go long distances. I've ridden on a bicycle though, whenever I was really little. The sad thing though, I fell off of it with training wheels. Never got back on again. I was like, nope, never again. If I'm gonna fall off with training wheels, I guess that's just my sign that I can't ride a bike at all. But there has been times where I've been tempted to probably give it another go. Yeah, I fell off of a bike that had training wheels still. Bicycle with training wheels. Still fell off. Don't know how. I don't remember. That was long ago. But I was really young. And because that happened, I never wanted to get on a bike again. Nope. I can't ride a bike. I haven't ridden on a bike ever since then. So I don't know. I feel like it would be easy. You just have to learn balance. Which, for someone like me who likes to roller skate, I'm pretty sure it can have that same type of vibe. Because that's also all about balance. It comes quick. I've been tempted to try it many times. But bicycles are expensive. Bikes are expensive. Even repairs for it. It's actually so rare. Another thing, I can swim. My dad can't swim. My dad doesn't know how to swim. He's the only person I know in my life that doesn't know how to swim. Yeah, people that don't know how to swim. That's something that's I only know one person. So whenever someone else comes in my life and they say they don't know how to swim, I'm always like, wow, that's rare for me. But riding a bike, I feel like that's a common one for me. But yeah, not being able to swim, that's rare for me. My father's corgi can't swim. Oh, dogs can't swim. Doing all these things is so much fun. Yeah, I do have a dog. I have a dog. He's a Boston Terrier Pug mix. His name's Bugs. He can swim, but he hates water. If you put him in water, he freaks out. Your corgi's belly touches the floor whenever he walks. That's funny. I used to have a corgi Jack Russell mix. Her name was Daisy. She also was pretty fat. Anytime she walked, her belly would drag across the floor. She was a sweetie though. Very, very sweet dog. Sadly don't have her anymore. She passed, it was like last year or the year before that, something like that. The part that makes me laugh is he lays down when he eats. Lays down whenever he eats. Nah. Whenever I had my dog Daisy, she could still stand. But she drank water so much. Yeah, if only pets lived as long as humans. My dog Bugs, right now, he's like 12 or 13. He's a little old man. A new old man. Life would be very different. It'd be nice if you can have like your pets that would like grow old with you. Instead, they won't stay around for long. They might be around for whenever you're a kid, and then possibly whenever you're an adult. Depends on which type of breed you get to. Some breeds last longer than others. Same thing with like cats, I think. I think that's how it is. Could be that. I'm going to sit. Apologies if my chair is squeaky. Need to move this. Your cat lived to be 18. I had a dog that was a pug chihuahua mix that lived to be 18 as well. Really, really old pupper. Cats are amazing, yeah. I can't have cats. Parents are super allergic. Really, really allergic. But we do have dogs. We've had dogs. Yeah, that dog, that was a pug chihuahua mix. Her name was Stella. She lived pretty old, 18. The vets were kind of shocked as well. The vets were like, she shouldn't be living that long. Dang. We took care of her. Yeah. That's how it's gotta be. Even my dog right now, Bugs, they said that he should only last for 11 years. Here he is being 12 or 13. So he's going over the expectations as well. How many total dogs? I have one now. Just one. His siblings, the other dogs I had, they've already passed, sadly. But they used to all three be together. He once adopted a dog from the pound. They told you he was 2. Took him to the vet a week later, and the vet told me that he was 14. That's a jump in age there. He's 2. Next day he's next week he's 14. fast stage there. They really wanted him adopted. Aww. So they had to that makes sense. A lot of people, if they're gonna want to adopt if they're gonna want to adopt, they want to look for a puppy. They want to have a puppy. They don't want to get an older dog. He was a good boy. Yeah. Ooh, a life on the farm. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I was checking the time and also seeing how my battery is at. I might be able to continue until 2 a.m. It's almost 1:30 for me, so you probably have about half an hour left that I'll be able to keep this up before things might die. My controller's can only last for so long. You have a horse farm. I've rode a horse before. It was a little tough. You have to have pretty strong leg muscles. Surprisingly enough, I didn't know that you had to have that type of stuff to ride a horse properly. Can also be a little uncomfortable sometimes. I've been streaming for 5 hours. Sometimes I can go longer during the weekends. During weekdays, I can always stream for maybe 4 hours tops. Maybe 5. Depends. But mainly, the most I've ever streamed for on a weekday is 4 hours. But that's because of my work schedule. During the weekends, I don't have to worry about work. That's how you make a living. Horse or a cash cow, no pun intended. Cash cow. I remember whenever I rode a horse one time. Oh, sorry. Someone in my house went to go to the pantry. It's a very squeaky door. I'm sorry if you could hear that. But I remember whenever I rode on the horse, the saddle was very old. So every time the horse moved a leg, it's bones just shifted up just right where it hurt my inner legs. I would definitely try again though. Properly. Genuine question? Shoot. Go for it. Go for it. My dog had to go outside. That's what it was. I can hear him outside in the backyard. A good saddle's expensive. Is streaming just a hobby or some for money? It's a little bit of both. I mainly do it because I find it fun. It's fun to do. It's also a way I can hang out with some friends. I've also met some amazing people because of streaming. Some people I feel super lucky and honored to call friends. So it is kind of like a hobby and a fun way to kind of talk to people. Especially if you want to play games like what I do. Mainly. I mainly like to play games. Sometimes I'll geek out with people in chat because of the game we might be playing for a stream someday, you know? So it is fun. It's mainly a hobby, I would say, other than just for money. I do have a main job that I do during the weekdays, and that's why I can't stream that much during the weekdays compared to weekends. But it is convenient that streaming does give you some money as well. So, that's why I say it's a little bit of both. It would be nice if I could make some more money from streaming, but it's not too bad. I mainly like doing it because I do find it fun. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. I mean, another way that I do make money is not just with my main job that I do, but I have my own little business because I draw. I do art for people. It's through my Ko-fi, or Ko-fi, coffee. People say it differently. I say Ko-fi. I don't know if it's correct. But that's where I have commissions. Commissions are closed right now, though. But it's because I have one thing I'm currently working on. Wait, show art? I do art. If you can look at my emotes, I did that. I drew my emotes. We can have, if I can try. There's one that went off behind me. I can do this. Anytime people ask me in VR chat if I draw, kind of show them some drawings like that. Thank you. I tried to upload myself. I posted my first TikTok not that long ago. Got 3K likes on it. That's pretty good. How long have you been drawing? Realistically, for as long as I can remember. I've always liked drawing, but I didn't really try and take it seriously until I got into junior high. That was never I really wanted to improve and do a lot more. That was I need to do quick maths real quick. What year is it? It's 2025. 11 years ago. Wow, 11 years ago. Whoa. 11 years ago. You just posted your car? A lot of people like to see just vehicles, parts of them, or just aesthetics, for sure. But yeah, so I've been drawing for longer than 11 years, but didn't take it seriously until that time. Your little brother's 12. Yeah. Yeah. Got an 800 horsepower Mustang. Yeah, I can see people wanting to probably look at it though. Cars that are really expensive or look really cool and stuff, people like to look at them. Make it their dream car. It's inspo. That's definitely one of the reasons I would feel. So yeah, you definitely appease to an audience. For sure, for sure. I don't know if that's cool, but it's a big number. Normally, I don't know cars that well, but whenever I hear a Mustang, I think of a really big, really cool sports car. Mustang is one of the go-tos I feel a lot of people want to have whenever it comes to a car. It costs $1,100 a month. It's a house payment. Oh my god. In this day and age too. That do be a lot. That will be a lot. I mean, if you can afford it, more power to you. Get what you want. Rich ass motherfucker. I need to keep looking at the time every now and then. I don't want to keep going by accident and then my controllers will die and it'll be like, oh, this is awkward, you know? I don't want to do that by accident. I'll get there one day. Everyone has their time in life whenever they'll find that one thing that makes them satisfied. Like, oh, I can continue this. This is what will make me comfortable in life. You'll get there eventually. Ooh, welding. I should sleep. I will sleep soon. Trust me, I will. I will sleep soon. I will say this. My controllers, they don't last as long as my trackers do. My trackers have extra battery packs. My controllers don't. They will soon though. I recently purchased portable chargers. So in the future, I can stream VR longer. I can be able to stream VR longer. Because my controllers will last longer. So that would be pretty cool. Not just like streaming, I could just like play VR longer in general. Even if I was just like playing off stream with friends. Really convenient. So that's gonna be really nice once I finally get all that set up. With index controllers, you have to charge them. But something else like if you wanted Quest controllers, those are like batteries. They'll last as long as you have batteries. You never played VR? There's a lot that you can do in VR. Don't overwork yourself. I do know my limits, yeah. There's times where I've been playing VR tap up until like 7 in the morning. Because I have international friends. And if I can hang out with them, like if I am able to bring myself to hang out with them and stuff, because the time zones and stuff, I'll try my best to. I have a Japanese friend that's very, very nice that I can hang out with during those times. Nihongo, tomodachi. She's very, very sweet. She's been on stream sometimes. Like, there has been times where she's been able to pop in on stream. I met her while I was streaming. It was whenever I was trying to practice my Japanese. With it being a social game, like VR chat, you can go to different types of worlds, and you can meet people of all different types of ethnicities and culture. So it's kind of a good way to practice. In the way, you're Japanese. You're Japanese. Nice. My fiancé lived in Japan for 2 years. I'd like to visit Japan. By the way, Nihongo danai. I'm American. But I am trying to study Japanese. So, I know a little bit. Very little. I know it might sound cringe, but the main reason why I know Japanese to some extent is because of anime. I've been watching anime ever since I was young. So, because of that, I've been able to pick up on a few words and phrases. But I'm still not fluent or anything like that. Oh yeah, military base. Yeah, whenever you're in the military, you get to travel sometimes. Yeah, anime. Like I said, I know it sounds cringe, but that's kind of how I know some things. If it makes you feel better, I do know that, like, not everyone in anime, they sound normal like that. I know in Japan, whenever people speak Japanese, they're not going to sound like they're in an anime. It's a cartoon. It's going to be exaggerated. So I get that. So don't worry. I understand those differences. She was injured in Iraq not that long after. Crazy set of events. Being in the military. My dad served. Whenever my dad served, he was stationed at the Philippines for a while. He talks good about, like, he praises the time whenever he was in the Philippines, but he does have some silly moments that he doesn't like. Sayuna! Welcome inside. Welcome. Can we get a shout out for Sai? I don't know if I have any mods right now because it is kind of late. But welcome inside. Hope you're doing well. Redhead spotted. That do be me. That do me. Welcome in. I do apologize that I only have like about 20 minutes left. Thank you, Zen. First time followers do get a free redeem for the ASMR. Do take your time. Hope you're doing good as well. I am doing good. 20 minutes of beauty is okay. Thank you. It's my first time doing ASMR. It's been fun. I might do it some more. But I can only do it on the weekends. So I apologize if this is going to be your main thing that you want to stick around and see. It looks like I don't have a mod available. I'll give you your shout out, Sayuna. I apologize. It is late. Yeah, welcome in. What were you doing? I didn't catch that. And you scroll up. Art. Ooh, what were you drawing? Oh, I was about to say do art tags, but I have it to where people can't post links. Dang it. What were you doing? Art. I still am working on that werehog drawing. Still is coming together. I do have I do have one drawing that I did do. Whenever I was trying to get back into drawing Sonic, I did draw one little shadow. You can't see the full image because of how the framing is for VR chat. But yeah. Think you did great today? Thank you. Yeah. ASMR pop is only a thing I can do on the weekends. The avatar drawing came out very well. Nice. I do apologize that I can't have it to where people post links in chat. But if you want to, you can join the Discord. Post it in art. That is if you want to. I could also just check your VOD later on. I'm always curious to see what people draw sometimes. I like drawing and sharing other people's drawings. Do go check out Sai. Sai also does some VR chat content. Sai dances, but also does some world hopping sometimes, and chilling, and also some art. I got you one set. Okay. Okay. All of them good. Good. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Sai. For those of you that don't know, I am Cherry. I like to do a variety of gaming for streams. Mainly I do gaming. ASMR is new. It's something I have been curious of doing for a bit, and I am just now doing it. It took me a while to get it fully set up because I didn't really know what I wanted to do entirely, because ASMR is a big umbrella term. Yeah, do go check out Sai. But yeah, I like to do gaming, also art. The main game I'm playing right now is Sonic Unleashed. in the main drawing I'm doing right now, in honor of playing Sonic Unleashed, I'm drawing Werehog Sonic. It's going pretty well. I haven't drawn Sonic characters in a very long time, so I'm slowly getting back into it. And because of that, it's a little tough, but it's been fun getting back into it again. Really, really fun. Kind of like challenging myself. But yeah, if you need after streamer care, if you need to go to like relax, that's perfectly fine. It is late. If you need to go sleep, I totally understand. I so appreciate the raid. If you need to lurk as well, that's also perfectly fine. But I do apologize that I'm not streaming for too long. I got about 15 minutes now? Yeah, 15 minutes. 1-5-15. So yeah, I apologize for the timings being not that nice. I think I did a good job picking this world. The rain has been so nice this whole entire time. There were some other worlds I found that are also very rainy like this, but they have thunder sometimes. But having just this nice, calm, consistent rain, I think that's the best one. Even though thunderstorms can be a little relaxing at times too, sometimes the sudden loud noises can be a little tough. Can sometimes break like the comfy vibes. But having a nice soft rain, that's nice. This is the type of rain that I would like to take a nap to. You can have a nice deep sleep with this type of rain. For sure. For sure. But yeah, earlier before I did ASMR, I did regular VR chat. We went to a place called Ritual by Dr. Moore. I think is what that place was called and who it was by. It was a very trippy world. Really, really well done. Maybe some other time off stream, I kind of want to go there again and see what other places I missed. There was a lot of different paths. It looked like there was so much that you could see, and I kind of feel bad that I missed a few things. But yeah, really, really cool. Really, really, really cool. It was one of those worlds where like, it was kind of trippy. The more you like continue to look, the more the world just kind of like had crazy visuals. It was really nice. There are more that are like that I would like to do in the future, but we shall see. I have a lot of worlds saved for what I want to do. A lot. I even have some horror worlds saved. I still have some horror worlds saved for me to do, like scary maps. Whew. You're talking with a friend? All good. Yeah. I hope you're doing well. It is pretty late. I'm kind of surprised you ended before me. Normally you go on longer than me. Yeah. Aftercare. I'm going to make sure you have it. Whenever I get off stream, I'll probably go hang out with some friends for a little bit, and then I'll go to bed. You doing good? That's good. Reminder that we do have redeems. This thing over here, that's only if you have a queue going, and you want to have your redeem be prioritized before the other people. But there are free redeems and channel points. So, even though this is here, there still are free versions. Don't worry. Usually do 4 hours. Wow. I guess I didn't notice that. You did start early, now that I think about it. I think you did start a little earlier than normal. I was a little late. Oh, sorry. Hit my tracker. Isn't streaming tiring? Depending on what you do. If you're someone like me who yaps, sometimes it can be. Ultra mega omega wolf. Thank you for the follow, wolf. But yeah, sometimes if you talk for a very long time, it can be a little tiring. It can hurt your throat. That's why you gotta make sure you have a drink alongside you. Do more. Only if Sai's able to do it, of course. If you're someone like Sai, for example, Sai dances, so I can understand that being tiring sometimes. We can't do too much. It also can depend on if you're playing a type of game that could be tiring too. Like if you're playing a scary game, it could exhaust you sometimes. Getting scared every now and then. That is the other variable for sure. For sure. You gotta remember those things. But yeah. I remember whenever I first started streaming, I was playing Persona 5. I was playing Persona 5 Royal. Lots of dialogue. Constant yap sesh, basically. It would hurt my throat so much at the end of every single stream. There would be times where I would have to end early because my throat would just hurt too much from talking too much. So, there's that. Disturbing the peace. Look into my eye. I'd like to play Persona 3 sometime. In terms for streaming, more hours unless I'm playing like Apex. I won't go for more than 4 hours. Lose track of time. I lose track of time whenever I stream VR. I feel more compared to other games. If I'm playing another game, I feel like I can easily track time better. But yeah, VR chat, time is irrelevant here. Plus my brain tends to go the wrong way. I have to stop at 4 hours. That's fair. There has been times where I'll go to a world, like my friends, or recommend a world for us to try, whether it be a scary map or just something else that might take a long time, and it's surprising sometimes. There's been times where I'll go to a world and the world itself will last for 5 hours, and it'll genuinely surprise me because it didn't feel like 5 hours. Do you guys not get motion sick? I have a slight case of vertigo, which means sometimes I get a little motion sick being in VR, but not that much. It's rare whenever it happens. Do you also have vertigo, Sai? The last time I had vertigo pretty badly, it was whenever I did a scary map. I don't remember what triggered it entirely. I think it was this one part of the map where the ground was turning. That's probably what it did. Because sometimes whenever I'm in VR, if there's a theme park, for example, that has triggered it. Because my brain thinks I'm supposed to be feeling the motion, but I'm not, because I'm in VR. So then it kind of messes things up for me. Like that, for example. But yeah, the ground shifting or something. Tunneling vision. Sometimes I feel like that affects it, for sure. I either drink or sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to think about it's giving me motion sickness just thinking about that. It was... What was that place called? It sounds funny, but it was actually a very well-made map, other than it broke near the end. So, I'm not helping its case here. I forgot what the world is called, but it was a My Little Pony Amnesia map. How do you move around in VR chat? On the controllers. there's joysticks. Or you can just simply walk around if you have enough space in your room. Oh, that map. Yeah, this place is fun. Is it teleporting? You can have teleporting. Yeah, there are some things like that. I do have fire breath, yeah. Why do you guys both know that My Little Pony Amnesia map? It's a My Little Pony Amnesia map, and it was actually really well made. Very dark, by the way. I still am editing the YouTube video for it. What does that even mean? What it reminded me of is that there was a time period where people made like creepy, like what's the word? Creepypasta type of stuff of like My Little Ponies. I swear that was like so common back in the day. My friend forced me into it. Yeah, it was I think it was called like The Vengeance of like Starlight Shimmer, Starlight Glimmer, something like that. It was something along those lines. But yeah, I played it, and there's like this one point in time whenever you're in like rarities area where like the ground starts to kind of like move in a circular motion and stuff like that. I remember whenever that happened, I remember like my brain was kind of like, I don't like this, but I just still went with it anyways. And it wasn't until we beat the map, well, we didn't beat it, spoiler alert, it broke. What ended up happening after we did the map, I sat down and I couldn't walk that well. Everything was wobbly. My legs just didn't want to work. And I was very, very like heavy, like my head felt very heavy. So I laid down on the ground and ended stream for the day. I had to lay down on the ground for a while because I couldn't get up. Anytime I tried to get up, my legs would be too shaky. So that was like one of those rare moments where I had vertigo. Thank you, Sai. Thank you for the lurk. Also, thank you again for the raid. Don't forget to check out Sai. I do have 2 minutes, sadly. I guess we could wrap up then. I will say this. Vertigo does not sound fun. It is not. It is not. It is quite scary whenever it hits, but thankfully it's a rare thing for me. It is a rare thing. Rare thing. I'm glad it's rare, but whenever it does happen, sometimes it freaks me out because of it being rare, because it's like, whoa. But now I'm like, oh wait, yeah, this happens. This happens. It's rare, but it happens. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It was very fun. I for sure will continue doing this. Next week, I might have a different world. I definitely will keep this world in mind, though. It will definitely be one of the favorites. I do like the visuals. Also, the rain is nice. Warm lighting for the win. I really love warm lighting. But, in the meantime, we'll go on ahead and think of someone to raid. I feel like we should keep along with the ASMR. Keep along with the ASMR vibes. Let's see if there is anyone that is probably streaming ASMR at this time. Most likely. It's very big around this time of day. Let's see. I'm gonna try and go for someone that is around my view count. I don't want to go for someone bigger than me. I'm always scared of that type of stuff. Let's see. Hopefully there is. Don't die. I'll be fine. We're good, we're good, we're good. we have a problem. Almost everyone that's streaming ASMR right now has insane views. Let's see. There's gotta be someone that's around my viewers right now. Would you mind if I raided into someone that is doing audio sounds? I don't see anyone doing visual ASMR. It's like the sound of like props, basically. Probably some other things too. Would that be okay? It's the only thing I see right now. In the meantime, I'm gonna try and find a raid message. We'll go for a basic raid message. Here's a follower one. And if you are subscribed, there's this one. Let's see. Hold up, I need to adjust my headset. Apologies if it gets loud. Okay. Go on ahead. Let's see. This one's a bunny. A bunny girl. Oh. It's a follower only chat. Probably shouldn't do that then. Let's see. Oh, this person just ended. Oh my god. I was about to raid this one person, but they just ended. They just ended. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I feel bad. Okay, I'm gonna keep looking. We'll find someone. Eventually, we'll find someone. I can't. I can't find anyone. I'm sorry. Yeah, 'cause everyone else that's doing ASMR, they have like really big views. And me personally, I don't feel comfortable rating someone that has like really big views and stuff. So instead, we're gonna raid Bread. If he is still streaming. He probably isn't. No, he's not. Dang it. No. Oh, Bread is still alive. Yes. Okay. So Brett is playing games in VR chat, so it's going to be an entirely different vibe than what we have right now. So I'm giving you that heads up real quick, okay? So it's no longer going to be like the comfy vibes right now. So if you have your volume up pretty loud right now, I recommend you probably turn it back down, because it might be loud because he's playing games. So there's that heads up. We were hanging out with Brett earlier whenever we were checking out different worlds. So yeah, thank you again for hanging out with me today. No stream tomorrow. I will be back on Monday. On Monday, I will continue to play some Sonic Unleashed. If you enjoyed the ASMR section of this stream, again, ASMR will probably be something for only the weekends. But maybe during the week, whenever I'm able to do VR chat more often during the week, I'll try my best to make it part of VR chat streams every time. But it depends on what I'm doing for VR chat in the beginning, because I still like to do games in VR. But ASMR will always be at the end of VR chat streams. Unless if there's like something I don't have planned for that day. Like if there's a time where I'm playing VR chat and there's a game that like I can't find or my friends can't find, like we don't know what to do, then I'll split off and do my own thing and do visual ASMR. So there's that.